This slide highlights the importance of social psychological advocacy as a communication-based strategy for driving educational reform. Unlike purely policy-driven approaches, and this type of advocacy taps into both the rational thinking and emotional engagement of stakeholders, students, parents, teachers, and local leaders. So the transformative role, the social-psychological advocacy aims to influence the beliefs, emotions, and behaviors through persuasive communication. So by appealing to both logic and empathy, it can shape mindset and encourage collective action that is essential step of implementing lasting reforms in school and communities. We have also the cultural resonance. And the Philippine context, the success of advocacy often depends on how well it aligns with local cultural values. Concepts like pakikipagkapwa about sharing the identity or mutual respect, bayanihan, community cooperation, or unity, and also help messages resonate more deeply. So when advocacy efforts reflect these values, they generate empathy, solidarity, and collective ownership of the change process. The example that I provide here is in Quezon Province, local barangay leaders hold storytelling nights where parents and teachers share real stories about how inclusive education has helped children with disabilities succeed. And this gathering not only inform but also emotionally connect the audience to the impact of educational innovation. And the sample scenario also, I imagine a small rural school in Quezon with limited resources. A teacher shares how one student with hearing impairment learned to read through tailored support during a community storytelling night. She recounts the journey, challenges, breakthroughs, and the student's recent academic award. And the story touches parents, local leaders, and school officials. And then soon after, the barangay leaders passed a resolution to support training for inclusive education in nearby schools, and local donor offers to fund assistive devices. And the result of this, a single emotional, culturally rooted story sparks awareness and support and policy change, and demonstrating the real power of social psychological advocacy. Here's another sample scenario of social psychological advocacy for macabre victims. Social psychological advocacy in action. We have the transformative role, and that the stories reframe the disaster not just as a historical fact but as an ongoing injustice that demands action. And that's the scenario from Copper Mining Corporation. And that's my one sample. And also the cultural resonance advocacy is rooted in Filipino values or communal unity and shared struggle, making it emotionally compelling and socially engaging. So the outcome here, what begins as an emotional storytelling initiative becomes a grassroots movement, gaining attention from national media and prompting renewed calls for accountability. However, it has limitations. Critics argue it may treat people as passive receivers and focus too much on individual change rather than addressing structural or cultural barriers to development. In education, this tradition helps us understand how students are motivated, how they learn, and how teaching strategies affect their attitudes. Teachers use this to design messages that are more engaging and persuasive. Today, this tradition is widely used in social media where algorithms feed content designed to influence user behavior, whether it's political, beliefs, or consumer habits. And the social psychological approach explains how people are persuaded online. Theory 1. Modernization in action. These slides explore how modernization theory informs educational advocacy. So the core idea is that education is the engine that drives societal progress by promoting scientific thinking, economic development, and modern values. Education helps communities transition from traditional to modern systems. This theory has long influenced how education reforms are framed, especially in the Philippines where schooling is often seen as the key to national advancement. So the example here shows the STEM advocacy in Bohol, and the advocacy tied technology not just to learning but to poverty reduction and access to the digital economy. So by showcasing student robotics project at the school fairs and featuring alumni who found success in technology related jobs. So the campaign made STEM education feel both accessible and practical for families who might have otherwise seen it as out of reach. So we have also the key considerations when applying modernization theory. This is ensuring that advocacy doesn't unintentionally marginalize traditional knowledge systems while we promote progressive messages like digital literacy and robotics. So it's essential to respect local identity, values, and indigenous wisdom. So this balance helps ensure that modernization is inclusive and sustainable, strengthening rather than erasing the community's cultural fabric. So the impact and sustainability point here by connecting STEM education to real-world opportunities while honoring local identity, advocacy under modernization theory helps communities see education as both a bridge to the future and protector of their roots. So this ensures that reforms are not only adopted but sustained because they feel relevant, respectful, and empowering.